Hello BookTube! It's Brekke from Brekke Writes. This is Brekke Reads, and I'm going to be giving you Brekke Reads by the numbers. Now this is my last video on 2016, I promise. We're now over a week into 2017, and this will be my last video about last year. But I was looking at my Goodreads account from last year, kind of seeing what books I read and what books might be worth rereading this year, and I decided to calculate all of my statistics, and they're curious, and I kind of want to make this video so that I can compare it to next year and sort of see if I improve or not. By the way, I'm drinking some coffee this morning. It is not an alcoholic coffee because I have to go to work later. Sorry, restricted section. I am just not as badass as you guys, but you know, here's to caffeine because we all need caffeine. Last year, in 2016, I read 133 books, which is redonkulous. My goal was 100 books, so I read a solid third more than my goal, which is amazing. Of those 133 books, 44 of them were nonfiction books. Of those 133 books, 45 of them were audiobooks. That's pretty cool. Of those 133 books, I read 11 graphic novels and comic bind-ups, which is pretty solid. And even if you subtracted them from everything else I read, I still read more than 100 books, so that's pretty groovy. My total pages read, and I calculated this by hand. Like, I looked up the total page number of all of the books and then added them together by hand, like with pencil and paper, was 42,440 pages read, and the average book length was 319 pages. So 42,440 pages total in a year is amazing. That is just, it's kind of obscene, really, and I wonder why I'm single. Now, as far as looking at the ratings go, I had 2 books that I didn't rate. I think it's because they were textbooks, and I don't know how you rate textbooks, so there were 2 books I didn't rate. I had 7 2-star reads. Now, technically I had 1 1-star read, but it was a DNF, and so I don't count it as books I've read that year, and I give DNFs 1 star. So, 1 1-star read, that doesn't count towards my total, and then 7 2-star reads, 38 3-star reads, 62 4-star reads, which is a pretty solid number, and 22 5-star reads. So I definitely skewed towards having books that I preferred. There's been some really interesting BookTube conversations about whether or not we inflate our reading, and considering that the majority of what I read was a 4-star read, you could say, well, maybe I am inflating my reading, but one of the things I think is interesting is that for most people on Goodreads and most people on BookTube, we're not reading books that are arbitrarily sent to us. Most of us aren't professional reviewers, so we're picking the books we want. So I'm more likely to like the books that I read because they're books that I'm already predisposed to like. I'm picking what I want to read. I feel pretty good about the fact that I had 22 5-star reads and 62 4-star reads. I think that that's a really good balance. Now I have no idea what 2017 is going to look like. Again, I am going to try to read 100 books, but will I get to more than 42,000 pages read? I don't know. I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. I am planning on reading at least 5 books over 500 pages. We'll see. I'm excited about these numbers. I am excited to compare this year, 2017, to last year, 2016. We will see how all of that goes. Comment down below and let me know if you know what your statistics are. How many pages did you guys read last year, and what was your star rating? My average rating was a 4, and I'm okay with that. That means I'm reading books that I like, which is awesome. Hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're staying warm and caffeinated if those are things you need, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye!